Over. All right, and then let me just go. I think we're good to go. So, three, two, one, and you're ready.
Good evening, Internet. Tonight, you are joined by. Oh no, you're joined by or joining? Either way, you are here and we are here. We are the Degenerates with Dice. Tonight is our Monday night tabletop RPG talk show. So, tonight we have Joe. I'm not
Hello,
sure where
everybody.
you're at on the screen, but Joe.
Bo-
And then we
oh,
have Kristen.
I've got you two mixed up on the
Hi.
screen.
And then. So, I'm Kristen.
Yeah.
I'm Jen, and then later on we're gonna have Noah because he's out being a good dad. So
What's
that
that?
is it.
What's
What's
that
that?
like?
Yeah.
I wasn't raised with one. I don't know. All right. So tonight we have fun topics. It's going to be a surprise, and we'll always take questions, comments, concerns,
No, no.
complaints. We have a special folder for those.
yeah.
We call it,
Yeah.
it's
You have
labeled
to.
recycle bin.
Oh yeah. You have to send those directly to Noah. Send them directly to Noah, and then he will
So,
give you a prompt response. You might not like what the response is, but it will be prompt.
and without further ado, I will give you our fearless leader, Joe. What is our first topic tonight?
Our first topic tonight are what are good hooks to start a campaign with. But I think we're supposed to be doing what winning gaming wins
Oh,
first.
yeah.
Game
Sorry.
wins. Yeah.
Yeah. So
All right. So, who's
who
got a
wants?
game win?
Kristen has one.
Yeah, I do have one actually. Not that I can actually tell you guys about it, but I did figure out what direction y'all's campaign is about to go.
Hey, that's a big win.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
hard with us. That's really
So
hard
I
with us.
was driving home from taking my kid 2 weeks ago, I guess. We haven't seen each other in a while. And I called Noah and I was like, hey, I need to run something by you. And he's like, yeah. I was like, how about this? And he's like, oh, okay. So just be prepared that I now have a direction.
Okay, it's gonna. I'll be sure to.
I those two are taking over Bunker Hill, so
Yeah, I'll
The,
be
the
sure to
light
shit's
at
throw
the
a
end,
shit's gonna
wrench in your
fly
plan as much as possible.
the light at the end of the
as
tunnel is
much as
probably.
Baby Voldemort can.
Yeah, as much as my destroyed body can muster, I will throw wrenches.
I Yes, can't wait. But
I
no,
think of
Yeah.
Eddie every time I find a can of pork and beans in game.
My favorite thing in Fallout 6 is looking for dog food. You know, when you have to eat 5 cans of dog
Oh, the
food. Yeah.
canned dog
So now
food.
I have like 50 cans of dog food in my stash because it's just like I'm always gonna have dog food. Because when I was like a level 4, I lived off of dog food. Like when you're first starting out, like that canned dog food is just like gold.
well, I run the good doggy perk and don't use anything but canned dog food.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, because it
That
doesn't
works.
spoil.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
I
That's
I
never
right.
keep
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
food in my stash because it takes up more room in my stash than it does on me
Yeah,
since all the weight reduction perks don't work
yeah.
for your stash.
I all of my weight reduction is just in ammo, so because I go heavy, so like need a lot of plasma cores and crap. So I just those things are heavy. Fusion cores are heavy as shit. Plasma cores are heavy as shit. I'm always in power armor, so
like I am carrying 473 vintage Nuka shines at all times.
yeah, just drop them on.
No,
Whatever.
I like to drop them for the level twos at the vault.
Yeah, yeah, they love that shit. Like they have no clue. Like they have no clue
No,
what they just got into. It's like
that
welcome to 76, bitch.
and I like to do Nuka Shine challenge too, where I get all my friends and we all take off our armor and everything down to our underwear. We craft a level 1 combat knife, and we all take Nuka Shine, and we have to get back to our camp without dying. Without looking at the map. You cannot look at the map at all. You have to get from wherever you are back to your camp without dying.
Oh, I wouldn't be able to do that without looking at the map. Oh, I would. 'Cause there's a lot of big markers.
Well,
In
it's
my
funny because people like, shit, I went the wrong way the whole time.
yeah, Mine is on a river, so like I know like how to get to it. Like
Yeah.
it's like directly in the middle, so as long as I know which way south is, I'm good.
Well, mine's east of Fort Atlas and like by top of the world. So like
Oh,
you should be
okay,
able to
yeah.
usually every single time without fail, it either drops me in the bog or it drops me on the far west side of the map.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't done
Level
one of
like
those challenges yet.
being naked in the bog has to just be terrible. Like,
Well, it's funny because you see like these other players, and then all I see is somebody running through with a knife and naked. That's it.
yeah.
And I have a
Gotta go,
tinfoil
gotta
hat.
go.
My character has a tinfoil hat and a prisoner's collar, and that's we're just running around naked. This is what we're doing.
Gotta go. Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go.
Yeah.
This is your scorch beat. Um, so I guess I should talk about my gaming win.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's not really a gaming win. My last session didn't go the way I wanted it to. I had to adjust a bunch of stuff in the game because the players weren't able to get as many hits as they wanted to. But one of my players, he's really starting to come into his stride. The Glitter Boy, he's really starting to come into his stride.
Good.
Gaming win is that he has a follower, and in Savage Worlds, you play your follower characters like your little like hirelings, and the whole point of this guy is he drives. Like he's considered an operator. He drives vehicles. He kept failing his rolls, and he damn near totaled the vehicle that they need to get because they have to tow back a ton of vampire killing supplies back to their town.
That's some
And
Eddie level shit.
yeah, like he like his that entire character. He's a butler, but his entire job is to drive the vehicle, and he apparently he cannot drive that vehicle because within 30 minutes he just like kept failing a bit.
Oh my god.
And it was amazing.
Like,
Um,
throw those dice away.
there were some refugees that they abandoned on this I had a bridge that was made from like a dragon carcass that was like obsidianified, so it was like this giant black obsidian dragon carcass that turned into a bridge because it just happened to die in that canyon. And there were some refugees crossing that, and they were just like, "Sorry, can't do anything for you," and they're just like starving and like have nowhere to go. They're just like, "Well, that sucks." Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah, that's a risk for you. Like, I put the moral dilemma there just to see, like, like, are they going to give up some resources to help these people? You know what I mean? They were just like, no, we're not giving them anything, like, no food or water, nothing. They were just like, it was like, well, like the Glitter Boy was like, well,
Fuck
can we
them
at least
kids.
like, can we take the kids with us? And they were just like, because they had a room to take the kids with them. And they were just like, no, we'll need that space for later. And they just left them. They left them on this, this bridge. That's the dragon. And Rift is like the most hostile world on the planet. Like you really should not like be out in the woods ever because Appalachia even now is hostile. You know what I mean? Like you shouldn't go into the woods in Appalachia on your own. And yeah, so like a bunch of refugees from the city just wandering out in the Appalachian wood is not a good thing. So
I'm paying attention. I'm just sharing the podcast out.
you're good. So that was kind of a win, but yeah, I'm retooling the combat a little bit. So next time they're gonna be getting a lot of hits in. They're gonna be so that they get more successes. Because I didn't like how many successes they weren't getting in the last session, but it's gonna become more deadly too. So hopefully, a character or two dies in the next session. We'll see.
So more hits, but they're gonna be bigger hits on both sides.
Yeah, like everyone's gonna get hit more. Because Savage Worlds it's so swingy that like the math it just wasn't adding up with the current rules that the way the players are playing too. They're not looking for better stuff really, and so it's just like okay, they're not augmenting themselves for combat really. So I need to kind of dial it down. Difficulty to hit, but like they still have the same weapons. Like everyone can get killed. So I'm just gonna let it be what it
Oh, I do have a gaming win. This is from after Christmas though, but
Oh,
coming
nice.
off our club shirt. But it's a product of gatekeeping because I had to find it in the guy section.
is.
So there's my gaming win and my gaming loss.
We get all the cool stuff.
So,
We'll dismantle the patriarchy eventually. I promise.
Yeah. I got like just like the Barbie movie. I stopped caring about it once the horses were thing. once I found out patriarchy didn't have anything to do with horses, I was just like, well, fuck the patriarchy then.
Fair. Fair.
I thought this was about horses.
Nope. You're Knuff, Joe. You are Knuff.
Was that?
You are Knuff.
Yeah, I am Knuff, as is. Yeah. I really like identified with Alan so much. Like he's just like, I just want to just exist. You know what I mean? Like he just wanted, like, he was just happy being Alan, and it's just like, yeah, like
It's like, you want it? I was like, no.
yeah, yeah. Like, I don't care.
I like my life. I just want to wander around. Leave me alone.
Yeah, yeah.
There was an SNL skit that had Pete Davidson on it, and he was doing a kind of parody version of the Ken song, and he goes, "I'm just Pete" instead of "I'm just me," and or "I'm just Ken," and it was really funny. He did a really good job with that. I'm not a Pete Davidson fan, but I got a real big kick out of that video.
He looks like macaroni.
Noah said he'll be there in 5.
Let's do that.
Okay.
Yeah, people. Does Pete Davidson not look like macaroni?
I don't know.
He looks like he smells like dirty socks.
He is the human version of macaroni. That's what Pete Davidson is. That's just his vibe.
He for me, like, he kind of just gives me like that. Like, I used to work in restaurants, and he definitely gives me like
He's line
vibe.
cook. Line cook
Yeah.
Not even dish pit.
No, he is line cook.
He's worked there a while. Like he's worked there a while. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like
and he's
that's his
cocaine.
career. Yeah. A lot of chefs are okay. That is a known fact.
But is he like the line cook at Waffle House?
Was that?
Is the line cook at
No,
Waffle House?
he's not tough enough for that. Like that's like that. No,
He's got too many teeth for that.
Yeah, you need to be like a Green Beret to be a line cook at Waffle House, because like shit
That's
just goes
fair.
down there all the time. So good. Sorry, I missed it. So you gave me what is the Hellfire shirt?
Yes.
What is that from?
That's my win. Stranger Things.
Oh.
That was their club at school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's their D&D club at school.
I have a Hellfire sticker on my laptop.
Okay. Yeah, I don't remember that. I watched Stranger Things when it came out like 5 or 6 years ago. I haven't seen it. It's pretty good though.
Oh, so you didn't get to see Eddie?
No.
He's one of those characters, like, bring a new character, and you're like, oh, we love this character instantly, and you know exactly what's going to happen to a character that you fall in love with instantly.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
It's fine. It's fine. So
if y'all haven't seen Stranger Things, go watch it. Which that's what I tossed a topic into the topic list, and it was D&D and other TTRPGs in pop culture.
Oh, yeah.
Because I think that Stranger Things, having the kids play D&D in there and it becoming a little bit more involved in it throughout the next seasons, I think that has helped bring to light of, hey, people who play this game aren't bad. It's not devil worshipping.
It's actually
because
very
there's still
creative.
that satanic panic.
I like the satanic panic, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm alone about it.
It's kind of cool. I mean, it also cult is sort of bad. You know what I mean? Like I showed you that game Cult, where people were like sacrificing people and stuff. The name of Cult. And that was, like, I get the satanic panic on that, but that was only in like Sweden or whatever. But that was also during the black metal days when they were burning down churches for fun. Like, it turns out, like, when your life is really nice and you have like, a really high standard of living, all you want to do is burn down churches and shit to make bad shit happen.
I mean, that was in the 50s and 60s here in the U.S.
Yeah. Everyone started doing drugs.
Burning churches and burning crosses.
Their life was like, oh.
I mean,
what do we do
to
now?
Be fair, though, I was born to be a cult leader. That's like my only goal in life, is to be a cult leader.
It's pretty nice if you're on the top. Up there's Noah. Okay.
Well, and that's why, like, because the boyfriend graduated from A&M and went to A&M game, and I was like, fuck starting my own cult, I'm just gonna infiltrate this one.
The legwork's already done.
Well, and he goes, but you're a girl, they might not like that. I was like, you're right.
Y'all, the internet's
Oh,
favorite
man.
dipshit
The
has
internet's favorite
arrived.
dipshit is back from both types of flu, a little bit of strep, and looking like a whole slut with a brand new haircut. How the fuck is the internet doing?
Hey, no, I have a question.
I have an answer.
Does Pete Davidson remind you of macaroni?
No?
I don't think he was expecting that question.
He's the
'Cause-
human version of macaroni.
Macaroni and cheese is like
Nope,
the
no
greatest
cheese, just
invention
macaroni.
on the face of the planet, and Pete Davidson's not.
No cheese, just macaroni.
Who is the human equivalent of macaroni?
No, it's Pete Davidson. I'm telling you.
Sweetheart, I think you're wrong.
Okay,
No,
then who's
like,
the
so
human equivalent of
cooked macaroni
But it's not
or
your
raw
fault. You
macaroni?
did just get
Look.
done telling the entire world that you willingly went to an A&M game. So
I did.
I don't fault
The entire
your
world, all 8 of us.
complete lack of fucking judgment.
All right, Noah. You came in just in time to do a gaming win, so like literally just in time.
I literally have been dying for the last 9 days. There's been no gaming.
Oh,
Well,
your daughter was at a game. And,
I'm almost out.
Cody Dreams. All
My
right.
gaming
Oh.
win is I figured out a direction of your campaign and called you guys. Or called you.
Oh, yeah, you did call me. Fuck, I gotta do that thing, don't I?
It's a secret.
That's next week, isn't it?
Nope, that's this week.
Is it
This week? I thought this week.
Nope, this week's
No.
Pirates. Never mind.
This week's Pirates.
Yeah, this
I
week's
don't
Pirates.
fucking know. Y'all, I usually just whenever people ask me, I'm like, oh yeah, it's that day.
Yeah.
Bro, look at this. I took like fucking all of this mop off. Oh, look like a real fucking boy again.
So
You look
Our-
like you might be a grown up.
Like macaroni.
our topics for the day are what are your favorite hooks to start a new campaign, and then
Hooks.
racism in
Oh,
gaming.
hookers. I was gonna say never mind.
Racism in gaming.
Yes. So the whole drow dilemma.
What? Oh,
Uh,
we're not talking about Call of Duty.
Oh, that's no, we're not getting into that. That's just
I'm not
12-year-olds.
qualified to speak on anything other than Call of Duty racism.
Call of Duty, it's no matter what your race is, you will be insulted for anything and
Yeah.
everything.
Here's the
turns
thing,
If you
though.
are not what the other person is, they will insult you about that.
You know, y'all know me. I'm a very empathetic person, right? I care.
Sure.
I'm team people all the way, 100%.
Are you sure?
I'm team people for the most part.
Your team's
After I've
gonna
had my
lose.
coffee, I'm team people, right? I gotta have caffeine first. Before coffee, all of you can die at any time. I don't. It's not gonna bother me. But I feel that if you willingly enter a game of Call of Duty with a headset on, you have asked to be verbally abused in all shapes, forms, and sizes. And
That's signing your consent waiver is putting a headset on.
Yeah.
Or turning
So
your
like
mic
now
on.
they make you sign this code of conduct thing before you can play, which is fucking bullshit because they keep giving me voice bans. Make me sign a fucking, offensive chat behavior waiver as this game is, rated mature for adults only. So it's not my fault your little fucking 12-year-old shithead can't not be fucking offended. But
I see you're repping a D&D shirt too.
Oh.
I got Hellfire Club on today. That was my gaming win.
So hooks. I guess I can start with a hook. For me, I like to start with combat.
I haven't
as quickly
GM'd
as
yet, so
possible.
I don't know.
You might have some ideas. I like to start out with combat as
that's a good
quickly as
idea.
possible because I prefer to have my players be linked up
Yeah.
during session 0. So that they already know each other and all that. So I like to start it out with the shit. A, because combat is generally the hardest part of the game. Let's just rip off that band-aid and get it out of the way. You know what I mean? B, it kind of sets the tone because it's like, okay, this is the big bad. It's happening right now. This is like we know what we know what our goal is now because something is happening right now. Not necessarily the big bad, but they get an idea of where the campaign is going. Either that or I like some sort of like big thing is happening as soon as it starts. Like they'll start and then like let's say like there's like a revolution going on. The revolution starts like session one. Like the shit goes down as soon as the characters are introduced. Because then it's just like, oh shit.
Sorry, y'all got me excited talking about revolution and shit.
Because then it's just like, oh shit, we have to make a decision. What would our characters do in this moment? This is actually an important moment, and it's the first session. This is the first thing that's happening. I kind of just like, I don't like the whole you meet in a tavern thing. You know what I mean? 'Cause it's always awkward because nerds don't really know how to talk to each other in real life. So like in the tavern thing, it's just like that's how like all of my D&D campaigns that I've played. They usually start like you meet in a tavern, and it's I don't know. I just prefer like I would rather have the games. I like to use Decima and stuff, so the characters all know each other and they all have a backstory beforehand, so they don't have to introduce each other. They all know each other, and just get right into it, and then start with something that's important to this right off the bat.
Trauma bond them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Trauma
trauma
bond.
bonding. We love
Yeah.
that. Sorry, boys and girls. I just realized
Well,
fucking beer fridge was almost empty.
Oh.
That could have been
I
bad.
think we started out. I don't think it was our first. Was it our first one?
We were at the
started out kind
combat
of. We
zone.
started at the combat zone,
Yeah.
and there was a fight.
Yeah.
I can't remember if it was. I don't think we did like actual combat, but there was definitely. Like,
There
I
were
don't think we
guns
did any
out.
rolls or anything
Yeah,
like that.
it was
But
more
there
like
was.
there was a lot of debauchery happening. And then like she gave us our mission, which was the Nuka Cola Quantum, which we
Which you
quickly
still
abandoned.
haven't done.
We quickly abandoned that.
It's been 3 years. You still haven't done it.
Well, because the Brotherhood arrived, and then Maddie decided to just like.
And the Brotherhood fucked up
completely-
everything because
Yeah,
that's what they
she-
do.
Oh, Maddie fucked up everything because she pretty much threatened the entire Brotherhood with a fake bomb. So, you know,
She did nothing wrong.
she did nothing wrong. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying.
All the game escalated at a pace that was incredible. Like
Yeah.
you're like, let's go get Nuka Quantums. Fuck that, we're blowing up the Privilege.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of how Fallout is, though. I mean, as you play it, it's just like you get these little quests. It's like 5 flowers, and then you see the sheep squatch. It's like, I'm gonna go kill it.
I'm doing this.
Yeah. That's
Well,
a
if you
giant
don't kill
sloth.
the sheep squatch, then you can't pick the flowers in peace.
Yeah.
The sheep squatch was on the way, okay?
Yeah. I plan on having
Better
a
for
sheep
you to
squatch in
sneak
my
up on the
game.
sheep squatch.
Has your GM ever looked at a fucking map? Like, no.
To be fair, I don't. Yeah, I don't really look at maps at all either. But I had to like, yeah, never mind. I want
We do when we want to go to the Abernathy farm.
Clearly.
You know, a little light B&E on the way there doesn't hurt anybody. Break it in,
Light B&E.
little knock,
Just
shoot,
to
shoot.
cleanse the palate.
Nice palate clip for the alt tray.
Before the fucking murder?
Attempted.
It was attempted. Yeah.
Never a war crime the first time. That's what we say,
Yeah,
right?
it's in self-defense, but it is Boston. They have pretty strict gun there, so
If they have
probably would've
goals, so I feel like
I don't know.
maybe police the city better.
So I mean that's kind of like my thing is just like starting out like high action, let them kind of shine in their own little special ways because most games are based around combat anyway. Like a lot of your like abilities are combat abilities, so it's just sort of like you all get to shine in this fight and get to show everybody what you are and what you do, and then we can kind of get to the meat and potatoes and they get the game going. They already have at least some kind of goal right off the bat.
Well, as a player, do y'all prefer that?
I prefer either, but this is also like my only campaign.
Yeah.
But no, I like I like both ideas. I think both can work just depending on your cast.
Yeah. You have
So if you have somebody who's like a natural leader that like gathered everybody together, that's a different story than if it's a if you get a tavern one, you could mark that as a, hey, we all got a letter from some mysterious person saying to meet here
yeah,
at this
yeah, yeah,
time, and
yeah,
I'm supposed to meet you guys
yeah.
and that. Um, but then you also, yeah, you can start out with a combat thing and you just meet in the middle of combat, and a whole,
Like,
trauma bond thing of, hey, I got your six and
yeah,
shit like that. And then you got to figure out too, if were you fighting against the good guys or fighting against the bad guys?
yeah. And for me, it's just like I said, I use Decuba and stuff like that, so that all the characters already know each other. They already know who they are, what they've done. They've gone on small things. They've done small things before that moment that we figure out in session 0 through Decuba or through there's other things you can do.
What's a
But
Decima?
it's like a R&D for your RPG. It's a card game. It's like a tarot deck. You ask questions. So uh, we might have to play it at some point because essentially like
Okay.
that's how we made our town. Is everyone gets a little like you get like 5 cards. 2 of them are based on the location. Like what's an important thing in this location. Then 2 of them are like relationship between other characters. So this character did this to you. This character is your best friend, or this character did something shitty to you. What was it? And then if they agree to it, then now you have like that backstory. Then there's like a
Okay.
world thing. Yeah. But so it's kind of cool that they have like a group going where like all of you guys
is
did
it
something together.
is it like the Curse of Strahd Taroka deck?
No, because my only experience with the Taroka deck was actually using it in game, and that was more like the deck of many things, which is bad. Deck of many things, very bad and very good. Like I will always draw from the deck.
We
Fuck it.
love the deck of many things.
Yeah, that's how it was used when I played Curse of Strahd. I'm not sure
I
what
think
it's like now, but like yeah, it's just a way to get the characters all knowing each other and having a very fleshed out backstory. Because some people are not great at making backstories, and
where
this
do
way
you
it's
find
just,
that?
what's that?
Where do you find that? What is that? How do you acquire that?
She does not need this information.
So, Decima, Decima you can get
Yeah.
off of Golden Lasso Girl Games. It's Kimmy, Girl Kimmy,
How do you spell it?
Lady Kimmy, Decuma. Might be sold out again. But it's really good. It's a really good game. I can send you the PDF. What if you want to take a look at it? It's a good game. I highly recommend it because like just having like I said, some people just don't like making backstories. It's like I
I
need
don't.
something. I need something, and that way we just do it during session 0. Choose your class, and we'll have a group backstory where everything makes sense. Because sometimes shit doesn't make sense too. Like in 5th edition, you could take the background of folk hero. Like, what fucking level 1 character is a folk hero? Like, it's really interesting if you could do it because it would have to be a lie, right? You would have to you know
Then it should be charlatan.
yeah, exactly. But like it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense for the rest of the group if they're a folk hero because how the fuck are they a folk hero? Either you could say
Aren't
like, oh,
folk
they're
heroes dead?
what's that?
Aren't folk heroes usually dead?
They should be.
These are legends.
Yeah, there's people who walk around like Johnny Appleseed. You could be like sort of like that, but it just like it doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? And like our ranger took that. It's like I remember the DM being like, okay, but how and like how did this happen? The player's like, I have no idea. I just took it because it looks cool. It's just like this doesn't help anything. So like having something that really reins everybody together and they can make it together really helps out.
Nice.
Some people just aren't good
Maybe
at making their own
it's
character.
you're a folk hero and you became an adventurer because you accidentally became a folk hero,
Yeah.
and that's why you're level 1.
I remember the only time I ever saw it working was like one girl in a campaign, or she was playing a kobold fighter, and there was like this really famous fighter who, when you kill in their campaign, you get to take their shield and all that to show like who's the most dangerous person killed so far. And the guy was really drunk, and he like fell on her rapier, and so she technically killed him. So she's got like this level 15 fighter's shield on her, but and she gets to say like, so she gets all this respect for having it, but she didn't actually kill the guy. But she can't say like it's just one of those things where like she can't say
Like
that what
I
really
did,
happened.
but I didn't.
Yeah,
It's
and
probably
that's kind of
the fish
cool.
movie with Will Smith.
What's that?
The fish movie with Will Smith.
Never seen. Oh,
Um,
yeah. That's an old ass reference now. I know what you're talking about though.
Where he didn't like
Because
actually
it
kill
did
the
the
bad
car
guys.
wash.
I thought he
Yeah.
did.
Shark Tale.
Is it
Shark
Shark
Tale.
Tale?
That's it, Shark Tale.
My dumbass almost said Osmosis Jones, but it's Shark Tale.
Osmosis. So I guess that's kind of where I'm at. Like so, like if I have to do like a session 0 where no one knows each other, then they're probably I would probably still have some action going up front, but it wouldn't be as intense.
Yeah.
Or if it's like you guys, if it's you guys, I could probably just be like it starts at the tavern because you guys will kind of like you guys work so well together that you'll make some shit up. Like I don't have to do anything. You know what I mean? Like if I
I
give
want
you guys
somebody
the
to
Yeah,
tavern,
Like
Noah's character just walks in butt naked and
Yeah.
he's like, I don't have any money, but I need a beer.
I want somebody to run a game that let me and Noah actually play on the game.
Oh, I don't know if there's any GM in the world that can handle that.
Well, you're going to have to because you're the one running.
Yeah, you're gonna have to.
Oh fuck,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah.
I know I'm supposed to start. I was supposed to start that this month.
You can start it whenever you feel like it. You're like, I don't know if you've noticed, but we are not the most professional.
No,
channel
right
on
now.
Twitch.
That's
Right
true.
now. You have to start right now.
I mean, luckily, like
Dude,
it's easy.
My days have picked up now. I've got you guys on Mondays. I've got Tuesdays with my little hooker group. We're called the Naughty Hookers. We're a crochet group for those who don't know what hookers are.
Lies, wrong podcast.
And then every other Wednesday, have game night with you guys. And like, I'm just busy now. And what the hell?
Luckily, that game is more
Naughty
players forward, so like you're mostly just
True.
being like, "What are you guys doing?" And then we do stupid shit, and then here's the consequences of that stupid shit.
Y'all
Like,
done
alright.
fucked around. Now
Yeah.
here's your find out.
Yeah, and I mean that's a really good game for all of us because it's gonna end poorly for all of us. We have to kill each other at the end. Great.
Fuck yeah.
And yeah, I am for sure. I'm just saying right off the bat, choosing deathmatch. We are not going to break the game. I am choosing deathmatch for the first one. I am deathmatching you guys.
I'm for it.
I'm
do it.
playing to win. Hustle or die. I'm playing to win.
Hustle or die.
So do we want to do that on Monday night to do a pick a different night for that?
Well, if you want to,
Kristen?
I'll say if you want to try to like do a trial run on our Wednesday one night, you can do that too. Like for
Yeah.
just us.
Yeah.
Or it's
Okay.
not on camera or anything. If you want to do it next Wednesday, we can actually play through it
Yeah.
next Wednesday.
I can
Okay.
help you out with the rules. They haven't released the Roll20 stuff for it yet. Still waiting on that. I might message them if I can get an early advance copy of it, since we are, internet superstars.
Fuck yeah, we are. We the best music.
We the best.
He's still relevant.
DJ Khaled. Is he still relevant? He thinks he is. Does that count?
No, not from that guy.
His fucking social media presence won't leave me the fuck alone.
My favorite thing
Like,
is that
At least 5 times I have gone, no TikTok, I don't want to see anything like this again. And then 2 TikToks later,
DJ
and another
Khaled.
one.
Well, what he's not saying is, oh, sorry, I didn't mean it. He scrolls back up. He's like, no, I like that. I couldn't quit you, baby.
We taking over.
He did have a bunch of jams there for a second, but he's not like he's a
Bro.
producer in
2007 to 2009, peak DJ Khaled was an incredible fucking time to be alive.
And now it's just
Just
like
saying.
all Drake songs. Like I don't at all.
Listen.
That's neither here nor there.
This is why I hate today's rap. It's because of people like Drake.
They have no
You
good
know?
bangers anymore. They have no good bangers.
We
Like
used to have
Kendrick,
some real
Kendrick
gangster
and J. Cole,
motherfuckers.
we just like King and J. Cole are the only ones saying anything. The rest of them
Yeah.
are just like,
But like,
it's
we used to have some
nothingness.
gangster motherfuckers, and now the biggest dude in the rap game is
Wheelchair
like,
Jimmy from Degrassi. That's who it is.
yeah, like
Fucking
I'm
Wheelchair
darker than
Jimmy.
this motherfucker. Number one, and number two,
He's from Canada. Like
this bitch ain't banging. What are you What are you fucking
he
talking
doesn't
about,
even
bro?
write his own rhymes.
You
He
the
doesn't write his own
softest
rhymes.
motherfucker I ever seen, bro. The softest motherfucker. Like
Yeah.
that boy in Ghostbusters, the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. That motherfucker harder than Drake. All right, Jesus.
Yeah, I mean Drake is just.
Drake a little bitch.
We're off
That's what I
topic.
said.
I
That's
guess
nothing new.
Yeah, what else
Uh,
is new?
the official Degenerates with Dice decision on that is fuck Drake apparently.
We
so
need
you can put that-
we need to run a well, no, I don't think we want to know the answer. But I'll say we need to run a counter on the podcast to throw it in the corner of every time we go off topic.
Nope.
But no,
Yeah.
I don't want to see that number.
We'll forget.
The
'cause we
motherfucker
don't
say
have
No.
Chief Keef ain't no winner.
yeah, intros.
Oh, I heard a good
Kristen.
one that I want to try. And it's starting out at a funeral.
At a funeral.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that does sound like fun.
Where obviously y'all have something in common because you knew whoever's dead.
Yeah.
And it could be that like somebody presents y'all with a quest or a mystery at the funeral, or y'all all kind of knew each other before. I think it's an interesting hook.
Yeah, because be like, no matter what, it's a who done it. Like, who killed this guy? It's
Yeah.
an easy hook. Who killed our friend? You might not know each other, but like, you're going to be like, well, we all like gotta get this guy back because he killed our friend. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
or it could be like a DB Cooper situation where he stole
Yeah.
a bunch of money and he's trying to find it, or there's
Oh,
a
yeah,
whole bunch
yeah.
of different like branching plot hooks that you could get there. But I thought that would be an interesting place to start a game was at a funeral.
Yeah. I actually there's a video game for Shadowrun where that's how it starts out. There's a dead man switch. So when they died, your friend dies, you immediately get a message saying, "Hey, I just died. I need you to figure out who killed me." So it's just like
Right.
that could be like even that just like a basic
Yeah.
dead man switch scenario where it's just like boom,
Well, and
all
I even
your
thought about
friends
taking
get it.
a little bit further because this is stuff that occupies my mind all the time, and presenting each of you guys as players with an envelope of information that y'all can't share with anybody else.
Yeah. They don't trust you. You know, if you don't know each other, you don't trust each other.
Right. Exactly. Or y'all do know each other, but this dead person sent you all different things,
Yeah.
accusing something of someone or something else, or saying some sort of secrets that make you all immediately suspicious of each other, but nobody knows what it said.
It's like a game of Clue.
Yeah. So I thought
We
that would
should-
be an interesting like.
We
plot
should do
hook.
that with Shadow of the Demon Lord, so I can play the secret cultist and actually be.
Like, I always want to be the one that murders them. Because I want to
Be
see
a
how far I can
secret
go with it, but
cultist.
that's just my fucked up brain. What'd you say, Noah?
I want to be a cultist.
Hey, that works. She wants to be
I
a
feel
cult
like-
leader.
I feel like if we do play Shadow of the Demon Lord, we're all going to be secret cultists and no one's going to know. It's like we're all trying
How
to
they
trick
know?
each other.
How they know?
Yeah, and so we're all trying to trick each other. Then we just all show up at the meeting together, like, oh,
I know you. Hey,
We've already established this. Kristen can't be the leader of the cult.
why?
You don't have the beard for it.
I thought it was the sunglasses. I think you need the sunglasses, like the
No,
David
you gotta have
Koresh
the beard.
glasses.
The beard first.
I don't know.
Well, I'm not
dude.
even-
He's got-
I'm
he's
not
gotta
even
come
She
saying
back
might have a beard. Her beard just might
No,
be
up
in a different spot
here.
than yours.
up here.
Oh god. Moving on.
Wrong podcast.
Moving on.
I believe she said your favorite time period's the 70s.
Holy shit. Okay.
Fucking Aggies.
You know why I do actually. Do you know
You know,
why my favorite number is 13?
Hmm.
No.
because you're a basic bitch.
Because I was born to be a cult leader. That's one more follower than Jesus. That's
Hey,
That's
basic
why.
math.
Okay. The
Any
math
other
be
ideas?
mathin'.
Any other ideas for?
about making me a cult leader, let's do it. I'm for it.
No, I mean for
Isn't there-
looks for.
there's- Is there paperwork involved in that?
I don't think so. If you're the leader, I don't think
No.
there's.
Mm.
You don't
There's
like
if you want to do it
report-
properly, like
I bet.
Scientology.
Yeah, but they aren't really
Oh, then
doing
yeah,
it
you gotta try to
properly.
get tax
'Cause
exempt.
But
who's
to be fair,
dying?
I already
Who's
live
dying in for Scientology? Like Heaven's Gate did it right. They went out with the
A
bang.
lot of people are dying for Scientology, actually, just as
Yeah.
David Miscavige.
Oh, yeah,
Between
that's true.
Scientology and the Clintons, like everybody's fucking dead. That's it. No more. But to be
My
fair, I
favorite.
live in Waco, so like,
Yeah, yeah.
That's
already
my
got the
favorite
people there.
conspiracy, by the way.
do what?
The Clinton body count is my favorite conspiracy of all
It's
time.
not really a conspiracy.
No, because it's true. But
I mean, to be fair, all presidents have a pretty big body count, including like Jimmy Carter. They pretty much all do. Like you can't really get to that level without it's horrible. That's a
I
difference.
got a big body count. Does that mean I can be president?
Not you. Wrong podcast.
They,
I got
Well,
the right name
presidents
for it.
have two different body counts. Well, they have high numbers in both types of body counts.
And next time
Well-
on Ted Cruz, the Zodiac Killer.
That is one of our topics. Which I mean, I could go in deep about that, but we don't need to go too deep right now. But Ted Cruz is a Zodiac. I'm just saying. Have you ever
100%.
heard that man talk? Like he talks in riddles already. Like he's a Zodiac. That's all.
It was pretty easy for him to get to Cancun.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, that's
like
pretty shady.
He's traveled those roads before. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. Like,
Does he own stock in Wayfair? Like where's the money go?
yeah, where's the money going, Ted? Where's the money going? Where's the body?
Not ERCOT, Ted. Not ERCOT. Fucking A.
Whew.
That's
Yeah.
the energy thing for Texas, right?
Yeah. That's the power grid that failed last time we had a huge ice storm.
It's not the power grid.
Whatever.
It's
It's
the
no.
board of directors that govern the power grid, who decided after
Power grid.
3.5 weeks of not having electricity that my electric bill, which is normally $112, is all of a sudden $987 because I used so much more electricity
When you didn't have power.
when I didn't have power for 3 weeks. Yeah. And when I called co-op and I said, I'm not paying this, and they said, we regret to inform you that you are. I said, no, I'm not paying this, and if you don't adjust my bill, I'm going to come down there with a gas can and I'm going to write out $986.14 in gasoline, kerosene, and diesel and light your fucking building on fire in that shape.
And what were you saying about being a people person, Noah?
What?
What were you saying about being a people person?
They're not people.
I guess he hadn't had his
They're
coffee
not
then.
Yeah, I mean,
The
I
electric
agree.
company is not
Yeah.
people. Corporations are not people.
They're not people. I mean, billionaires in general really are not people. They're lizard people. I
No.
guess.
Billionaires
reptiles.
are people.
Sort of like
100%.
rich
They
people.
are people. Corporations are not people. Regardless of
rich
what fucking side of the spectrum you fall on.
Corporations are.
I don't want ill to befall any human for no fucking reason. Now, if the fucking, Federal Reserve and the grid goes down, well, boo fucking who. I'm so fucking sorry for you. But, that's a different
Well,
story.
no, what side of the spectrum do you fall on?
We're not going to talk about that one.
Which spectrum?
Was it me and Noah are on the same wavelength? No, that's the spectrum.
Yeah, that's the spectrum, bitch.
So, yeah. So starting campaigns. No, you got any ideas?
Such an open-ended thing.
Yeah.
I mean,
Just any hooks to get them going.
I know as dumb as it fucking sounds, I kind of like the old tavern nonsense.
Just for
Politics,
nostalgia's
what?
sake.
Well, how do you work it then?
As absolutely fucking stereotypical as humanly possible. I mean, I love that situation. I really do.
I have had more negative with that than positive.
Well, it's not your fault that some people aren't fucking creative enough to make it their own.
Yeah,
No, I'm just kidding. I mean that's I always like that one because
yeah.
it just you can always make that work.
And it's a
Um,
joke. You know, what I mean? There's a whole trope of
yeah.
it.
Oh, you wake up in a tavern. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. No. Oh, okay. I remember what we're doing. We're playing fucking D&D. But no, I mean, I think my favorite one that I've actually done is the first campaign I ever ran. Because I had them make their characters. That's the one we didn't do a session 0 because it was all the homies. You know, I didn't really feel the need to do that with them. But they the game started out and they were in a prison. Like,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah. I've done that.
we did the
Yeah,
jailbreak thing,
yeah.
you
I've done
know,
that
and
before.
so there's magic dampening fields so that the
Yeah,
fucking spellcasters are as equally fucked as the martial
yeah.
classes, you know, and they don't have their weapons, and it's like, okay,
But the
here's the
spellcasters are much
scene.
squishier.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, fucking, I don't know, pick a better character, I guess. Um, but yeah, like we started out in this prison, and I painted the fucking picture, you know, and here's what's going on, and you know, you guys have been here for various amounts of time, and you know, it's lunch, and all of a sudden the fucking kobold in the corner reaches up with his plate, smacks one of the guards in the face. Action. And everybody's like, what do we do? I'm like, fucking, I don't know. You tell me.
Play.
Yeah, I had I had a
Play the
similar
game, stupid.
I had a similar intro to my not this Rips but the previous Rips game I played where they were on a prison train and they had to break out of the train. And they understood the assignment. It's interesting because one of the players is actually a guard on the train. He was a coalition soldier, but he was just like, I'm trying to get out of this shit. So he like betrayed all of his friends and all that. And we got to roleplay that out as he's like betraying all of his comrades, helping them get off the train. They killed a lot of people because Riffs. There was a slaughter on the train. Great.
I have a question.
Yeah.
What happens in that situation if your table is like all of you fuckers and
Yeah.
decide, you know what? We don't want to leave prison. We're just gonna stay.
We can
We're just
start a
gonna take it
gang.
over.
We're gonna start a gang.
Yeah, we're starting a
What
prison gang,
happens
bitch.
in that interest? Like, what happens?
The GM
Uh,
destroys the prison
You
so that you
write a
have to
new
leave.
campaign. You write a new campaign because we're doing we're making shivs right now.
Right?
We're
You know,
collecting
here's-
all the toothbrushes.
No, here's that's a great 100%. That's a great question because I
It
feel
is,
that
yeah.
there is two answers to that question. There is number one, what Joe said, you're making a new campaign.
Yeah.
That's the
If they want to
option
do
for-
that,
I really see it through.
yeah.
Honestly.
here's I honestly think there's two ways. There's okay, we're abandoning this campaign and we're all gonna go play the D&D starter set because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing and
Yeah.
I need help and you're gonna
Or-
fuck it up.
Or you can just be like, "Hey
Fine.
guys, this isn't really the direction I want it to go." You can just straight up say like, "This isn't really the direction that the campaign is going." It wouldn't be fun for me to run if that's the case. You could always
I
just be
don't
like, "Hey."
Or
Like, I'd see it through for you guys, though, probably. If that's what
Oh,
you
I
want
would
to
totally
do.
see it through. That
see it
sounds fun.
through.
I think for an experienced GM would. I don't think a newbie
yeah,
GM would.
that's the or is the or
Yeah.
is or you completely restructure your fucking campaign in the weeks to follow, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I would strip it down to the
Well-
bones and start over, honestly. I think
Yeah,
what I would
that
do.
There's
sounds
another
fun.
option too.
That-
Is you can, if you want to force the storyline, you can say, all right, sure, you guys can have this episode of taking over the prison. Next episode, I'm gonna blow the prison up and y'all gotta
Yeah.
escape.
Yeah.
So there's no prison to take over now.
Yeah, you could push
So they
them
can have
forward.
their fun, and the GM can keep along
Yeah.
with their storyline as well.
But
Yeah.
see, that rocks on the line of not necessarily
Railroading.
morality with me, though, because I refuse to railroad a game with you guys. Like, if it's something that I start railroading, I start rolling dice because I'm not going to choose something for you unless it is like a huge ass plot point. But I'm not. If y'all
Right.
are saying, "Hey, you know what? I want to go stay on this train and go to the prison. My mind's hearing, my players want this
Yeah,
campaign.
yeah.
I didn't prepare for this campaign, so I'm gonna be honest. Say, hey, this isn't where I thought this was gonna go. So you have to have a
Yeah.
little grace with me. But I'm gonna do this.
Yeah, yeah.
But I don't
'Cause
think I
I
could ever make y'all do something that's the opposite of what everybody decided to do.
mean, it would
Yeah.
depend. Like, if it wasn't fun for me as a GM, I would tell them that I don't think this would be fun for me. But that's a
Yeah.
rare occurrence. That's generally the exact opposite of that. Like, if they do something that's really interesting like that, I'm like 100%. If they're just like, want to go slay the
Fucking Noah.
dragon, want to go slay the dragon and save the princess instead of doing this weird thing they were going to do, then I would get bored. Like, this is
Yeah.
going to be a very generic D&D campaign. I'm like, I really don't want. Where's the
Yeah,
weirdness?
well-
Where's the?
But
give me
as an
something.
experienced GM, though, you could probably throw some shit in there, though.
Yeah, but it depends on
I
the
don't know.
players. It depends on the players. You gotta have at least one player who's up for fuckery, or else it's
If it was you guys specifically, I would absolutely let y'all ride the train to the prison.
yeah.
But
like,
I know
mean,
y'all will understand what y'all want, like what y'all
Yeah.
are doing.
Yeah. And like we don't, even if we don't have a plan, we will make it work. You know what I mean? Like we will drive
Yeah.
that story forward no matter what. Like we will
Yeah.
commit to being a prison game. And
But I
try to
also
make it
have a
work.
history of being very honest with you guys, going, I don't fucking know
Yeah.
what this is gonna look like, but let's fucking try it.
Yeah.
Y'all may be on a train a little bit longer.
Yeah, well, and that's some of the best games we've ever had.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, I have no fucking clue what's happening here, but
yeah.
fuck it, we ball.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah.
So I think
Gotta
that's
let
been
them
some of the.
go.
Oh. I'm gonna kill him.
Can't kill them. You can sell them on Etsy though, because you made it. Can't sell them on eBay. You can sell them on Etsy because you made it.
That's I made it. That's homemade shit.
Yeah, but Etsy don't they have really high? Don't they have really high fees?
They
Yeah.
do. Only if
They
you
both
sell
do,
really high
but
though.
Etsy's been screwing their sellers over more than they used to.
Yeah.
So I don't sell on there anymore, but it's been a hot minute since I've sold on there. And I got my second commission the other day because I
wow.
don't like to do commissions because I don't want it to kill. This is so off topic, but we'll do this because Noah's not here. And but I'm making a bear, and I was working on it on Saturday, and a friend of mine was like, "Hey, my niece is having a baby. Can I commission a bear from you?" And I was like, "This is the only second person I've done a commission for, and it's a friend in the same group." So I was like, "All right, sure, $20. I'll make you the bear." So she goes, "Well, she's not due till August." So yeah, I got time. But it's the same pattern I'm working on right now, and I've done this one a couple of times, so I know it's an easy pattern. Really good little head. So I'm working on the ears right now, and I gotta sew it all together. So that's what I do with my hookers on Tuesdays. Hooker's gonna hook.
Hookers are gonna help. For sure.
And well, we have some knitters in the group too, and some of them are learning how to crochet as well. But we accept knitters too, so it's
Well,
okay. 3, 4, 5.
But I don't know.
This is
I would,
definitely something I can't do while I play D&D because one, I'm the note taker, and two, there's too many numbers coming out.
right? Like I don't know. That's just sorry. That's sticking in my head. Like I would absolutely fucking let y'all go to the prison. Be like, all right, cool.
I would love it. I would love it. I'm actually thinking.
There is no jail in Boston in Fallout 4, is there?
Yeah, there is. There's
there's one that's like on the
Standard
coast,
Police Department.
like where by the there's that police department where you get the Eddie guy or whatever his name. You get some of the tapes from there. Yeah, there's one up by the coast that there's like jails, but there's no like full prison. Like
No. Yeah, 76 has
has a
got
real-
the penitentiary.
Yeah, it's got, and then it's got the asylum,
Yeah.
which is asylum, prison, same difference.
They really
Yeah,
changed
They
that
stick
from
one
when it
in.
first started. That was a pain in the ass back in the original day. Now it's fine.
I get lost in there. I can't.
Yeah, that's why. Like it's like you get lost and they got all of this crap in there.
But I do love. Okay.
Oh, you go ahead.
The thing I love about 76 over Fallout 4 is that you don't have to leave the building to fast travel out.
Yeah, that's so nice.
Yeah.
Because you know how many times I got lost and I couldn't fucking leave and I was so
Yeah.
mad.
Yeah, you just get out of there. Like I hated it. Now it's fine because I already have all the.
Who wants that shit? Gross.
I have to. I'm a completist. I have to do all the. I have to do all of it.
Raiders
I've
for life.
done. I had to go through the DMV, so.
Yeah, yeah.
No,
That
I did that
sucked.
too. I did it all.
That sucked. That was not a good quest. And I will go on record saying DMV quests are always bad quests.
That was
So
the
are
worst.
the Dima quest in Fallout 4 is the worst
Oh.
quest I have ever fucking played. Where you have to go through his memories.
That fucking
and the
puzzle
blocks.
thing.
Yes,
Yeah.
with the jumping thing. Is that what it is?
Yeah,
I mean,
it's like bitch, just ain't Mario. This is Fallout. Like I'm not trying to like figure shit out here.
I don't give a shit about your memories. Give me the fucking caps.
Yeah, like I'm trying to shoot
Yeah.
some wire.
Give me my
work.
caps and let me shoot something. It's
Yeah.
an FPS.
Yeah, like I didn't sign up for this shit.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's
Welcome back, Noah.
yeah. Welcome back. We were off topic again. Well, any other ideas before we go into the next topic? Next topic.
That was a good topic.
That was a good topic. All right, next topic is racism in games, the drow problem. So,
Games. I thought you said racism in gays, and I was like,
well, yeah. I mean, that's
it's there. But hold on. What are you talking about?
I did not really think anything about races in games until in TTRPGs, as far as some races not liking each other, because I didn't know that much about them. But I figured, why would a dwarf not like gnomes and halflings? Like, aren't they all the same? And I know that's a racist thing right there. I know.
I believe that is a clipable moment. We're gonna hold that against you from now on, Jen.
No, ma'am.
Okay, so that was
Jen, member of the Proud Boys confirmed.
Hold on.
Where's her
Just made
polo
us all
shirt?
speechless
Where's the
for a
polo
whole,
shirt?
like, second.
What's that?
She made us all speechless for like a whole second. We were all like,
Yeah.
But so that was when I was new to learning about the races.
Yeah.
And so now I know that there's different, and then there's the subclasses too. And so, like with the drow, I didn't realize anything about the drow till I was playing BG3. And like, you could walk into the goblin camp, like nothing. They just look at you and go, do whatever you want, do whatever you want, do whatever you want.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know the backstory well enough to know why they are so threatened by the
So,
drow.
they're
The
evil
problem
fuckers.
the problem people have is that the drow are the blackest motherfuckers in the game. They also happen to be the most evil motherfuckers in the game. And it's just like, okay, that's not like it's a bad taste. And second of all, they live underground. Why would they be black if they live underground the entire time? Those motherfuckers never see they're literally allergic to the sun. But they're black. Like, how the fuck does that work? I know it's a fantasy world.
Magic, Joe.
That's
Like,
like
I know it's fantasy
the
world, but that just
dark
makes no damn
gnomes.
sense. Yeah, like it doesn't make any sense. Like, why would they be black if they live
Yeah.
underground 24? That's like it would be the exact opposite. Like, am I
Okay.
wrong? Like, am I wrong?
No, I have a question though, because I've not actually run D&D. Like, I've run other campaigns of other systems, but not D&D. Have you ever had anybody at your table that's played on your table as you're even with you or as you're running it that have specifically chosen these things to be incredibly racist? Hold on, because I swear that Quentin Tarantino only makes movies so he can say the N-word.
Oh, he does. And talk
No.
about feet. And
No.
talk about feet.
And sniff Salma Hayek's feet, which
I'm just saying, like, and along
Just
those lines,
saying.
though, you made that character specifically so you can
It's not my thing, but I'm not going to yuck anybody's yums. But I
you
mean,
know, like that's my thing with Quentin. Like, I mean, I get it. Like, don't say the N word, but also, I would lick Salma Hayek's toes. You know,
Oh, but you
like,
won't want my Snapchats at my feet, but fucking whatever.
she has much prettier feet than you.
But no,
and is
for real though.
quite wealthy too, by the way. I might add.
Many a
rich because
pedicure,
I have
many a
friends.
pedicure. She probably gets her
I'm
feet
rich
oiled
because I-
daily.
I'm rich because I have good friends. It's all you guys that think you're rich. Shut the fuck up. No,
Says every broke bitch ever.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
But along those lines, though, that Quentin Tarantino specifically makes movies so he can be a racist asshole.
Yeah.
So, have you ever had anybody that's created a character to specifically be a racist asshole?
I mean, like my
Paladin.
buddy, he plays dwarves a
A
lot,
paladin?
just so he can talk shit to elves. You know what I mean? Like I love being in a dwarf and elf party, like because you talk shit the entire time. And you get to play Lord of the Rings. You know what I mean? You
Right.
can talk shit the entire. I mean, like the dwarf versus elf thing. I mean, like you're talking about two races who live forever. Like I mean, like as a dwarf, I wouldn't even consider humans like even that viable. They're like humans are goldfish to elves and dwarves. Like we're just in and out. You know what I mean? Like we're just a blink of the eye. And so your only competition
I was
would
born
be
when your great great granddaddy was born.
yeah,
You were
yeah,
nothing.
yeah. But
You will
like,
live and die before I even get gray hair.
and it's like dwarves are really short, elves are really tall, so there's a difference. But like, is it really? Because like, I mean, with the new books, can't you make a half dwarf, half elf?
What's that look
Yeah.
like?
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
you can
Uh,
do
Marlo's a
mixed
regular human.
genealogy
Yeah. Like I guess I
because
mean,
I've done that before.
uh,
It's
Oh,
quite chaos and inducing
I think I'm charged enough.
I mean, so like I don't know. I mean, the Drow are problematic because like the black guys are the evil guys. I mean,
Well, I
it's
mean, but also at the same time, I think a lot of people tend to read way too fucking much into things.
yeah, yeah.
And
Uh,
because, like, I mean, number one, it's fucking tabletop,
uh,
right? I don't think, I don't think fucking Gygax was sitting there in the fucking basement, right? Going, I don't like the blacks. We'll make
Yeah, yeah.
them the dark elves who are the
Yeah.
bad guys. You know what I'm saying?
He was
Like-
just sort of like I mean like it's just like it's not a coincidence either. You know what I mean? It's just like I don't know.
Well, okay,
Well,
so
there's
like,
there's the dark. So there's the light elves and the dark elves, just like there's the light dwarves and the dark dwarves. I can't remember what the
Dwarger,
yeah Dwygar.
Draugr.
Yeah, Dwygar, something like that.
and then there's also the dark
Oh,
gnomes.
which
deep
I opened
gnomes.
up to the page for dwarfs.
But like, I mean, you can. Here's the thing. Fucking tabletop is just like everything else in life. You can fucking make it whatever you fucking want.
Yeah.
Right?
And
Like,
that's true, but
you
there
can-
still is. I mean, it still doesn't.
I
I mean,
think
like,
we
the printed
can-
material is still something.
Okay. I can say without a shadow of a fucking doubt, 100%. I think everybody here would agree with me. I am not a racist. Right? Okay.
As far
But if
as we know.
somebody,
Yeah.
He's
right?
not.
Okay.
He
Is
can't hide
so-
that shit.
But if some fucking self-righteous asshat happens to watch one of these fucking clips and sees my favorite fucking drinking tumbler mixed with my headphones, my t-shirt, and my fucking keyboard. Oh, he's got all that white on him. He must hate
no,
black
but it's
people.
not.
Then
It's not.
yeah,
No,
it's like
that's not really an equivalent though. I mean, like a
No,
black
but
skin
it is-
evil.
no, but it
not the
is,
same as,
Joe. I understand it's not the same thing, but I'm saying that some fucking retard somewhere can read way too fucking much into something and twist it all the fucking way around. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
that's like the equivalent of saying that, Roddenberry's a racist because all the fucking Klingons are dark.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. It's just that I don't know. I mean, like it's just sort of like it's more than just a coincidence. You know what I mean? It's like I guess it's kind of just the question why. That's just it. It's like why, and also it's like it doesn't
Well-
really make sense for them to be black because they're brown. I mean, you could say, well, it's a camouflage thing, I guess.
Look, I don't know
That's what it
why
said.
people.
That's what it said in the Dwygar thing.
I don't know why creative people make the choices that they make, right? But thank God that they do make some choices, or else every fucking character everywhere would just be a fucking white dude.
Yeah, and for a long time, characters were at like the books characters, player characters. Those were all white dudes.
Yeah.
That really didn't change until around, I think, third had a little bit of race in it. Then fourth and fifth are really where it came up. But before that, like for hero, you were a white dude.
Right. But also, like, it's the same, like, on the drow thing.
Which, off topic, most serial killers are white dudes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Murder hobos. Murder hobos.
They're Scorpios.
Really. Yeah, murder hobos. Literally what a murder hobo is, a serial killer.
Yeah. Have you ever gotten to McDonald's at 10:32 and not been able to get an egg McMuffin? Okay. You understand why people kill each other. I do. Just
No,
saying.
we didn't talk
Perfectly,
about
perfectly fucking valid reason. Okay. Just saying. But
Huh.
no, like, even like, so
I mean,
like,
and there, I mean, like there are.
here's what's important. Art imitates life. Life imitates art.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Eh.
So if we're gonna agree that diversity makes things better, right? Which I think it does. I don't
100%.
want to see everything be a fucking the same lily white, blonde haired, blue eyed, you know, Christian nationalist picture of Jesus.
Or like Henry
right?
Cavill as man, just sort of like boring.
No, we're not besmirching the name of Henry Cavill, god of the fucking nerds, who missed his fucking audition to play Superman because he was rating in WoW. You leave that man alone. He deserves the crown, goddammit.
And,
But I'm
and
saying,
the prize
like,
of this right now goes to Noah. Right now.
I will be your cis white king. But no, like,
That can be clipped.
some asshat's gonna take that out of context. But yeah, fucking clip it anyway.
I'm the asshat. I'm the
But
asshat.
like, I mean, like I said, life imitates art, art imitates life. There needs to be some fucking diversity, right? Like, fucking Spock and the Romulans don't fucking work without the very basis of Vulcan and Romulan. And yes, there is fucking like hatred there between two fucking races, which is why that fucking story works. And when it comes to fucking fruition at the end, you're like, that's a good fucking story. They found a fucking way to make it work. Like,
I mean,
you know, same thing in fucking Lord of the Rings. The fucking elves and dwarves, right? They don't fucking get along. Legolas and Gimli should not be fucking best friends. They're fucking best friends. Like,
Yeah.
it's a fuck. That's what makes it work.
I mean, like-
Sometimes a really shitty fucking thing makes for a good fucking storytelling device. It is up to you, the fucking player,
Yeah.
to decide, am I gonna take this and be like, I'm the fucking elf and I have to not like the dwarf? Or you go, so we gonna fucking Legolas and Gimli this some bitch? And they're like, yeah, bet of fucking course we
Or-
are. What the fuck? Like,
Or it could
you
be a
know what
little
I'm
bit of
saying?
both.
And
I
that,
mean, like one of my
right, it can be a little bit of
Yeah.
both. Like, in one of my campaigns, I have a guy, I have an NPC who I specifically created as a roadblock who is not a fan of the Dragonborn. Okay? I have two Dragonborn characters at this fucking table.
Are they fucking
The
paladins?
reason for
Are
that.
they paladins?
No,
Are
they're
they
not.
Dragonborn
No, they're
paladins?
not.
'Cause
One
I'm
is-
gonna say
one
you
is
burned
a-
those character sheets if they're Dragonborn paladins.
No,
Fuck
one is a
Dragonborn
paladins.
Dragonborn.
Bring them.
One's a Dragonborn druid, and the other
that's kinda
is
cool.
a Dragonborn artificer. So I
Okay,
let them
that's
fucking
okay.
cook.
I'm gonna
How's
say
it
like
doing work?
Yeah, no, I let them fucking cook.
that's interesting.
But like,
The Dragonborn
this-
paladins just burn them, burn all those characters.
yeah, no, the leader of this one town that they went to specifically is like racist against dragon kind,
yeah.
right? Like, not just dragonborn, but like the big
All
scary
the-
ones and
anybody with
and
scales.
wyverns. Right. If you a scaly motherfucker with
Regulars?
a tail,
Yeah. Reptoids.
You know-
Reptoids.
yeah.
Does
Not
that include Donald Rumsfeld then? The lizard person?
Yes, I believe Rumsfeld would fall under the category. But like,
Dick Cheney
so
as well.
part of the fucking story is, okay, you guys are the two faces of the fucking party, right? how are you gonna get past this fucking roadblock? How are you gonna get past the fucking obstacle? Are you, are you can fucking murder hobo the thing? Sure,
Yeah.
that's fine. Murder hobo it up. I don't give a shit. However you want to fucking do it. Or do we want to sit here and tell a really fucking cool story? Do we want to have a fucking cool moment? And
Yeah.
do we want to use one dude's fucking stupidity against him
Yeah,
to cause his fucking downfall? Right? Like, you have those fucking options at your disposal. And I think that when people just immediately get up in arms
I mean,
without using their fucking brain
no, I mean,
that
like there's different
God or
levels of
whatever you
sensitivity,
believe
and
in gave them.
there's different levels of sensitivity, and I think that that's fine. I mean, like because I don't have players who are that. I mean, I play groups where that would be kind of sensitive. But
Yeah.
that's fine. It's like it's just like vibe of like people want to be critical. They're allowed to be critical. They don't really want that. They have it. Hey, but like
Okay, so like,
I'll give you an example of like I have the same thing right now. My player is like I have a dwarf for my party. My buddy Adam, he always plays. That's the only thing he cares about. He doesn't care about anything else but playing dwarf. Of course, I throw elves at him.
right.
Whenever you're done, I have a question. So don't change this topic. I have
Okay, so of course, what do? I make a fat, short elf with a mullet who's a complete jackass who talks down to the dwarf like he's the dumb one. Because this could be like this guy he's a fat elf, which right off the bat kind of subverts, right? His elves are tall and slender. He's fat and short, and he's an idiot. And the only weapon he has is an RPG. He uses an RPG and everything. Close combat or not, that's all he uses is an RPG, which is the least elven thing you can do because they're smart. They're like it subverts all of it, and the dwarf actually is smart and is
Sounds
agile.
like a great character if you ask me.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And he's total redneck. Total redneck. He refuses to drive without at least a few beers in him. He always has road beers at all times.
All right, so yeah, that's definitely Lando right there. Can't
Yeah.
fly without some Nuka Brown.
Yeah, but it's sort of like I mean, I took it and we make a joke about it because it's like he's talking down to this dwarf, but he's obviously dumbass and he's going to get his eventually. But that's sort of the you could play with that, but like there's in other groups I wouldn't be able to do that because it'd just be sort of like for certain groups are very sensitive. That's why I always have my little questionnaire. Like, do you want this in there or not? And then if they say no, you just don't have to
Yeah.
have it in there. But like, I mean, there's games where it's kind of needed. Like in Shadowrun, there's a massive thing about like how orcs and trolls are referred to as trogs because they're seen as dumber than everyone else, even though they don't have to be. But they're bigger, they're stronger, so they're seen as dumber. They're treated like trash, and elves are
Right.
treated as if they're like higher and better, even though the orcs and trolls refer to the elves as keeblers, keebs, or sometimes just squishies because
Right.
they see them as like holier than thou, and it's that same sort of vibe of that's part of the game though, is that there is a stratification in society. How do you subvert that? Because unfortunately, the elves need the trolls need the elves in order to survive. Because everybody has to work together, or you're not going to survive your run.
All right, Kristen, go ahead and ask your question real quick.
Okay, so in light of the whole draw thing, could it be instead of saying Gygax was racist, whatever, could it be an actual wholehearted, sincere attempt at representation in media that went wrong?
Yeah, I mean, I think
No. And let me explain why. You ready?
I don't think he was thinking that deep into it. I think he was just like dark.
That's fair. I was just wondering, like, if it could be like an actual like good-natured attempt to represent someone in media that just happened to spiral into a bunch of stereotypes.
No, because I think Gygax never thought about like representation at all. Remember, like I said, all of his heroes were white. Like I mean, like they were just white males. Like Gygax like didn't think about like representation.
But also, like, I mean, on Gygax, like, all his heroes were white, right? Okay,
yeah, well, because
That-
he read fantasy novels which were all white.
right. But I'm
So,
saying, like,
even though Conan was technically like
yeah, but okay,
that's
but so like,
Problematic.
you're
a lot of
You're-
ways, yes.
you're going to create based upon your experience, right?
And I mean, he's
So-
a white guy from the 70s, grew up in the 40s
Right.
and 50s. I mean, he probably
Like,
wouldn't have even thought of it as racist, even
I'm
if
a-
it was. Even if it was.
I'm a white kid that was born in the
Subconsciously.
80s and grew up in the 90s. So my fucking heroes growing
Turtle.
up were the fucking Justice League,
Turtles.
Spider-Man, and the fucking Power Rangers, right?
Black
like-
Ranger was the best Ranger, by the way. The breakdance.
That's not true. Kimberly was the best fucking Power Ranger because
Oh,
goddamn that ass.
Ah.
It's when I discovered manhood, ladies and gentlemen. Was a
Wrong
Pink Ranger.
podcast,
For me, it was the Adams family. Morticia Adams was like the first one. That was like when I
She's
woke.
my idol.
Yeah,
she's
that
my
was when I
idol.
woke up because like she was just like, I don't know. It was the
Not
darkness
West.
for me.
But like, had I started into tabletop when I was 10,
Yeah.
right? It probably would have been a pretty fucking pasty, heavy
Yeah,
world that I was in, right?
yeah.
Because I mean, I lived in fucking small town Texas, and that was what I watched on TV, and that's what fucking interested me at the time. And then I discovered things like the Wu-Tang Clan and fucking Tupac
because Wu Tang is
And-
for the children.
and NWA, and my experiences have broadened to where now I'm actively trying to write a Wu-Tang Clan fucking role-playing game
We need to
as
get
a fucking white dude from Texas.
we need to
but
get
so
a
it's
we need to get a
like,
working
you can't-
document on that. By the way, we need to get a
Yes,
working
we do.
document on that.
But
But like,
like what I'm saying is like when we take things that are created as fucking fantasy and we try to
Yeah.
attach them to fucking reality, we are doing ourselves and humanity a fucking disservice. Cause like
Yeah.
I can understand how in
Don't
the
do it.
early 70s when Planet of the Apes comes out that a complete group of people would find some offense to
Yeah.
that at the beginning of the film. At the end of the film, when it doesn't go so hot for the white folks, there you go. But you have to start and finish to get the
no.
fucking thing, right?
No.
So which I understand, but I'm saying in the 70s, I can see how this is a
Yeah.
problem and how there
Yeah.
would be greater offense. In 2023, when this fucking book comes out, and people on Twitter demand that Wizards do a fucking reprint because they included the Hadozi. The Hadozi are the space chimps,
I mean, like
which was
that's.
I mean,
I
and it's
feel
like no,
that's-
you
there's no racial undertone though, 'cause there's also black people. Like it's obviously not saying that they're it's not a caricature. It's just like just saying that
But-
chips are smart enough to like face.
but here's the thing. It's fantasy.
Yeah.
It's fantasy. Now, if one D&D comes out, right? And we all get the new PHB and we're sitting there reading through it
I'm not kidding.
and we've got N's and hard R's and racial slurs and this, that, and the other on if your character's skin color is black, then you will be addressed as blank.
No, I mean, but that has happened.
That's a problem.
Yeah, that
But
has
that's
happened.
a problem.
When they did the new TSR thing of the new Star Frontiers, they had it where if you were black, you had a lower intelligence by the rule standards. You had an intelligence cap that was the white people.
That
in
is
the
something
game.
to be upset about.
And that was new.
100%.
That happened a couple years ago.
But I'm saying, like, there are things that you should actually be upset about. Things like that, right? Things like I just described. When when the drows live underground and they have darker skin than the rest of the fucking elves and people throw a shit fit, it's like, while you have some semblance of a fucking point, because
I
you
can
are
see
fucking
I can see
human
both
and
sides.
you are
Yeah.
entitled to your fucking opinion, it makes the people with creative juices that actually fucking flow, who did not mean any of that, by the way, thank you very fucking much. Like, if I put a drow in my campaign, it's not because I'm a racist piece of shit. It's because I was sitting there going, I bet I can make a fucking drow work here. And then I
Yeah.
have some fucking some dude that can't shut his fucking cock holster going, oh, he's a goddamn racist because he is a fucking drow. Number one, please take your seatbelt and over here and then
Yeah,
hit the middle lane of the Golden Gate Bridge at 120, please. That I'm literally asking you to do humanity a favor because you're not contributing.
I mean,
Sorry,
it
you're
just
just
depends. I mean, like, I get both sides. Like I said, you can either include it or not. I think beyond that, though, it's just that like I said, there's different levels of sensitivity, and now that we all kind of have the same voice on the same platforms, people can be loud about it. But I mean, there's various reasons why they do it. You know what I mean? And it's just sort of, I don't really take like social uproar seriously at all because it's a whole lot of reasons why people do it. So for me, it's just sort of like that aspect of it. I get that it can affect media in a way, and it can affect creativity. But I mean, that's going to happen no matter what. Like any type of media, no matter what, right? Because they cried about a black little mermaid. Like it's a fucking mermaid. It's a mythical creature.
made up fucking character.
Yeah,
folks.
like I had a lot of white people like I was crying about a black little mermaid. It's just that's why. Why are you crying about that? That's the same thing. It's just like
I mean, I cried about Will Smith being the genie, but that's because he bastardized the fucking great name of Robin Williams and his character.
he's just not a good. He's not as good of an actor. He's not as funny of an actor.
No.
He's a
But like,
90s rapper.
it's like I had to have a talk with my daughter about this one time because somebody at her school called her a racist because she did not like a certain entertaining artist, right? I'm not going to get into it other than I told her, I said, Rain, you're allowed to like whoever the fuck you want. You're allowed to not like whoever the fuck you want for whatever fucking reason. But if you tell me that the only reason you don't like this person's music is because they are black, you will find yourself laying down on your back staring up at the fucking ceiling. Because I'm going to smack the shit out of you. So you better fucking tell me a reason. And when I hear, I just don't think that they have good enough bars like blank. And when she drops Childish Gambino's name as having bars, I'm like, kid knows what she's talking about. So you know what? That dude's a fucking idiot, and you're not gonna go. You're not gonna go. You're a racist because you don't like this black person's music, but you like this black person's music.
Dude, I shower with Jason Derulo every day.
Also the wrong podcast. That's okay.
I would like to shower with Nicki Minaj and Megan Thee Stallion every day and heal
you
the
can't
divide.
right now 'cause they're fighting. They're fighting.
I need to heal the divide.
I don't think Nicki Minaj
take
should
one
be
for the
like
team.
within 50 feet of your daughter though. Her husband can't.
No,
be.
her husband can't. That's all right. We'll get him out of the picture.
That's actually a good thing for you. That's actually a good thing for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, you can't come here. You're like,
but like what I'm saying is like people are allowed to not like it, but for the fucking majority of people who I see hating on shit for no fucking reason and using racism as a highway to criticism, they have the intelligence of a fucking doorknob in the first place. And number two, they've never fucking created anything themselves. So while they have a right to fucking complain, but they don't have a fucking soapbox to stand on.
I would disagree with that. I would say that they're not. I wouldn't say they're unintelligent or creative things. They live in a different world than we do. Like, I mean, that's the thing.
No,
Like,
Joe, I
they
dare you to
live.
find 25 people on Twitter that have the intelligence more of a doorknob that complain on a fucking daily basis. Show
I
them
mean,
to me.
I'm not on Twitter. That's how I don't. That's. I mean, I'm not on Twitter, but I mean, like, I think people live in their own little tiny circles now, and that kind of creates an echo chamber. And then so like they get that feedback where they put it that, and
Mhm.
then they get loud about it. But I mean, that's just kind of sort of the nature of the internet is that you're always in your own little echo chamber, right to your right. You're always going to get that now because, like, I mean, you know, there's always something to fall back on telling you that
Yeah.
kind of like once you get that bias is all is being reinforced at all times. And things like Facebook and TikTok and Twitter, their algorithms are all based around reinforcing bias, so you stay on there longer. Hopefully, click on ads. That's just
Right.
kind of like where I don't want to insult anybody's intelligence because most likely they're just kind of stuck in a world that's in a reality that's different from ours, and they are creative. And I know a lot of
Well,
people who don't like a lot of that stuff who still make their own RPGs very misleading. I mean,
but the people that I've noticed that get loud and offended on these things are people getting offended on someone else's behalf whenever they haven't even gotten feedback from the people they're getting offended for.
yeah.
Yeah, it's white knighting at its worst.
I mean, like, and I mean, like the biggest, you know, thing is like the Jussie Smollett thing. They were saying, "Where are black people?" I don't agree with a lot of shit Dave Chappelle says, but he did kind of get it correctly. Is like, we were on his side by the fuck up, be quiet. Like we knew that he was lying, and so we just got the fuck up because we're not going to snitch on him.
Well,
But
yeah,
like, yeah, but like it was obviously not real. But like all the white people were getting upset, but it's like we know that this is not real. Like he said, like racist white people don't watch Empire. They're not going to know who this fucking guy is.
No.
Like they're not gonna, they don't watch Empire.
look, I'm not racist and I've never seen a fucking episode of Empire, so I had
White-
no clue who
yeah,
this dude
yeah,
was.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I mean, it's like we knew right off the bat that that's it was a lie. But that's how we supported it was like we shut the fuck up. We were, oh, okay. Like
You.
Hey, listen, I've never. Never mind. No, that joke's way too far. I was gonna make a Michael Jackson joke, but I'm gonna stop right now.
but it's just
One
like
thing
I mean,
I want to say with the kind of not with the echo chamber, but the misinterpretation, I think,
yeah,
of what the artist
misinterpretation.
will do is
Living in a vacuum.
um like when you have English class and your teacher's like, well, what do you think the writer meant by this?
Yeah, yeah. You
And
go a lot of
it's
ways.
exactly the teacher don't know unless the teacher's the writer.
Yeah.
And it's you interpret your own way. So and what do you think the author meant? Well, what I think is this, and so and so thinks something else. Well, you're both right. There is no wrong answer because the question is, what do you think
Yeah.
the author meant
Well,
by
I can
this?
promise you that Hemingway's drunk ass is not putting in all the symbolism you think he's putting in.
No, he was actually. I'm not going to get it. I'm not going to get it Ernest Hemingway. Like
It's like, I mean,
You
I
know
was
what
gonna
I
say
get.
I don't like his writing. I had to read that like the man on the boat or what about the fish? And dear
Yeah.
fucking god! Like okay, I get it. You like Joe DiMaggio. Please stop writing. This is
Like,
like
I
one
take it-
giant sentence. Like,
I
please
take it.
stop
I take
fucking
it back to.
writing.
I take it back to Roddenberry again, right? Like, I don't think that you can watch Star Trek for more than any fucking 4 episodes in a
Yeah.
row, right? Or just pick 4 random fucking episodes. And anywhere in that, go, I think Roddenberry was okay with racism.
No, I mean,
I think Roddenberry was okay on.
I mean, I haven't
picking on
heard.
the
I haven't
fucking
heard.
health
I haven't heard any racist criticism about that. But I mean, I don't know.
Well, I haven't either. I haven't
Yeah.
either, but I'm just saying, like,
Because I mean, like Jordy was the smartest person on the ship.
Hell, take it back to
Who's my
OG
favorite?
fucking Captain
With
Kirk
Yeah,
and
U-
with
Uhura.
with Uhura,
yeah, like
right?
first
Like,
interracial kiss on TV. Yeah,
right, the first black lead
yeah,
in
yeah.
a show, if I'm correct, right?
At least
She
in
was
a,
she's a lead, but
Yeah.
like you can't look at that body of work and interpret it as
I mean, you
I
can.
bet this dude was secretly part of the Klan.
I mean,
You're like,
you can.
where
but,
did
I
you
mean-
get that?
I mean, you can. I mean, like.
And their
mean,
whole big thing is dealing with other races, trying to
Right.
get
And
along
Yeah.
with
but it's
other
like-
races and species.
I agree
I
that
mean, like,
art is interpretation. Yes.
Yeah,
But also there is a message in whatever the fucking writer is trying to convey.
yeah,
And
yeah.
if you refuse to take in the complete body of work and then look at it with an open fucking mind and go, okay, here's what my fucking normalcy bias says this guy's trying to say, but what is he actually trying to
I
say?
mean, you can't. I mean, the human brain doesn't work. That's
The
No,
human
no.
brain does work that way though,
No, it
because my
doesn't.
brain works
Sometimes
that
the
way.
human
No,
brain
it
doesn't
doesn't.
work.
No,
Human
like most people are bias driven right off the bat. Like you're not going to take it out of it. Humans don't actually work. And also, there you do have to take into account like the competency of the writer as well. Once again, Ernest Hemingway, not the most competent writer because he was usually drunk off his ass when he was writing. I mean,
Wait, are you trying to say people drunk off their ass can't write, Joe? That's when I do my best work.
I mean, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying he didn't write well. Don't
2
get me
in the
wrong,
morning and 5
there's
scotches
a
deep.
lot of
Let's
things
go,
I like
baby.
about there's a lot of things I like about Ernest Hemingway, like like being drunk in Havana, smoking cigars and writing books. That's pretty cool. It's just that his books kind of sucked. That's all I'm saying. Like he's like he had
it's
a
just-
cool life.
Like
it's
that's
just
a
his books-
life goal, but
Yeah. Like if I can, like
Yeah.
I can write books that shitty. I can write books that shitty too. Like I don't like using commas and periods and all that either. I can totally do this. Like I can totally do what he did.
I guess the main
like,
point
the-
of my argument would be that there's enough fucking bullshit in the world that makes people fucking hate each other. I don't think that we need to take fictionalized fucking fantasy and
Yeah.
add that to the mix
mean-
of fucking weapons to be used against one another
No,
when
like-
it's supposed to be a fucking thing that brings people together. Like, look at our
Yeah.
fucking table, right?
Yeah.
We have a table comprised of different sexes, different races, different fucking socioeconomic standing, different fucking upbringings, different fucking regional backgrounds, different fucking political views.
are
Different
you talking about the
fucking-
characters or the players?
No, I'm talking about the humans, like the actual
yeah.
humans at the table, right?
Yeah.
different religious beliefs. Like we're
Different religious beliefs,
Yeah.
and I don't think that any of us 100% wholeheartedly agree with everybody on
We don't.
anything, right? And that is what you want because it brings people of different fucking thoughts and viewpoints together to come to a common ground and find something to do together that brings us together that would not fucking normally. And I
Like
think
fuck the Brotherhood.
like fuck the Brotherhood, right? Let's
But, I
fucking
mean,
blow
like,
up this
so,
Gridwin.
Without getting too
it-
deep into it, but like, I mean, our society doesn't operate that. Our society is definitely division is
But
good,
no,
division is good, division is good.
No,
That's
I
the
don't-
whole
I
thing.
don't
It's
Your
my
think
job.
condition.
it's my job as a human and an adult and a parent to surround myself with people that don't look at things exactly like I do, that don't have the same viewpoints as me, that challenge me and tell me when I'm being a fucking dumbass.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
my
yeah.
job, is to cultivate a squad around me that will do those things to make me a well-rounded and aware human being.
Yeah, but most people don't do that. Don't do that. Like I mean, like that. I mean, literally, our
but
society,
I would
like the
say-
culture hegemony in the U.S. is not based around. It's about
I would-
it's going to imright.com, and that's
No.
that's most people.
but
Both on the
I
right, the left, everywhere. Like
I have a duty
Okay.
to challenge myself.
so here
That's
That
not-
makes you a
here's-
good person.
here's my point. If I turn on Fox or CNN and I let them run for 20 minutes, in those 20 minutes I
You're
can
gonna kill
I
brain
will
cells.
I will bet my fucking entirety of my checking account that I'm going to be told that this is the most racist country on the fucking history of the planet, and everyone hates each other. And if you're white, you're not safe in a black neighborhood, and if you're black, you're not safe in a white town. And then I'm gonna go to fucking Walmart to go get groceries. I live in a college town, a Division I college town. Do you know what that means? That means the athletes do not look like me. And do you know what I'm not going to be? In fear for my life. Do you know what I'm not going to see? Lynchings and draggings. Do you know what I'm not going to see? White guys beating up black guys over fucking ramen noodles and black guys stabbing white guys over fucking Doritos. I'm not gonna fucking see it. And I live in the middle of fucking small town Lily White fucking Texas. Okay? That just so happens to have a fucking college currently swallowing it fucking whole. Right?
It's true.
We have to fucking stop listening to the bullshit that everybody feeds us and start looking at what the fuck is actually going on, which is most people, and I mean most, I'm going to say probably fucking 95% of the population is just out living their fucking lives. That's
Yeah.
what they're doing. They're
But
not
li-
fucking worried about,
but
like, Joe,
they
you
don't
live
care.
in Ohio.
Yeah, but
You
the
you
thing
live
is
in
they-
Ohio. And if I'm wrong, you tell me. But I don't think that you walk around fearful for your fucking life every
We can't-
second of the fucking day.
Hold on. We can't say that.
It depends. If I'm around cops, yes. If the cop drives by,
Okay.
I'm uncomfortable. And
But
in
I'm
certain
saying-
neighborhoods, I am uncomfortable in certain neighborhoods that are predominantly white because I know cops will be, because that's what they do. They see a suspicious person, like cops. One of my teachers
Sounds to me like you
actually-
need to get the fuck out of Ohio and come to
Well,
Texas.
Cincinnati has racial issues.
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
mean,
like,
so does fucking South Central LA, but
yeah.
I may have been a little off. But I'm
Yeah,
saying,
I mean, I like the idealism, but in reality, that's not the case. All I'm saying is that everyone lives a biased life. You can't say that you don't. We all have biases, and our culture encourages you to lean on those biases because the more divided you are, the more you can essentially be sold to, and the less political power you have. I mean, it's just a matter of our cultural hegemony.
so stop
is based
voting for
around-
the Uniparty, you cucks.
That's our cultural hegemony is based on your bias is correct no matter what.
Right.
You,
But
you
there,
should reinforce your bias. That's how it works here.
racism is, yes, in a lot of places it is outright, it is in your face.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it's also the mom pulling their kids closer when a black man walks by.
Yeah,
It's the
yeah.
black mothers telling the black sons don't mess with white women. It's
Yeah.
it's the home life. It's the small little things that happen every day.
I mean, yeah.
So I don't think that I'm qualified to speak on what can be considered racist in a.
Yeah. And I mean, the thing is, nobody
I'm
really.
not-
I think the issue is that there's so much nuance to things that, like, one person saying this is the right thing and this is the wrong thing is, like, automatically.
But
you know,
but here's the
not
thing, Joe.
fitting
You hit
to
the nail.
Hegelian.
You hit the nail on the head. There is too much fucking nuance, right? That is the first part of the equation. The second part is because there is too much fucking nuance to the situation, you cannot approach the fucking situation with repeated fucking word soup that
Yes, you
you
can.
heard.
And
You can't. You
you
can't though,
can,
because
I mean, like, you can. And I'm not
okay,
saying that
you
it's the
can,
right
and
thing.
that is how
That's
most
how
people fucking do it.
Yeah, like I said,
That
you
is how
can do it.
most people fucking
and it's
approach a
encouraged.
nuanced situation. But I'm saying, how do you think it gets better? Does it get better by everybody going, well, the fucking news says we're all fucking racist, so we're all fucking racist? Or does it go, well, I didn't feel in danger when Shaq walked by and he just bought all those white kids bicycles because their moms couldn't afford them. So are we all racist, or is it just the guys on TV? Because like you can't. We have to stop this regurgitated word soup, or nothing is ever going to get better. That's why I say That's why I say light is the best disinfectant, right? The reason I fucking love the fact that Elon bought Twitter and is letting everything go, right? Is because you get to see the actual fucking racists and go, that guy's an idiot. You don't have to worry about, is this guy a closet racist? Because he's gonna fucking tell you. He doesn't need to be scared that he's gonna get banned on Twitter because he said some racist shit. He can just say it, and then everybody can go,
There's still a lot
that
of,
guy's a fucking moron.
there's still a lot
Of
of
course
closet
there's-
racists.
Of course, there's still a lot of closet racists.
Jobs still read your Twitter. I mean, like the really dumb ones.
Right, but what I'm saying is we have to approach things with fucking nuance and an open mind and the ability to have a fucking conversation and the ability to form an intelligent thought of one's own fucking self, or nothing fucking changes. Nothing fucking changes. Period.
Teach the kids to read Hegel.
Well, you're gonna have to spell that for me because I can't read.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I don't
Is
read
it
good.
an audio book? Because I listen to it.
Well, I mean, like no, I mean, like, but he goes in depth about that. But like dialectics is about that. But in order to actually understand the phenomena of the spirit, you have to read a book about how to understand the book. But like once you understand it, it's like, wow, okay. Nuance is not a thing in our society. It was actually purposely driven out of our consciousness. And it's not taught in schools. Nuance isn't taught in schools for a reason.
Well, neither is how to fucking do your taxes, balance your
Yeah,
checkbook,
and
find a fucking
yeah.
job. Like, listen, people, there's a reason that you're fucking not taught the things that you need to fucking know. Like, there's a reason you're not taught self-reliance and self-survival in fucking school. It's because they don't want you to fucking know. Like, without getting on my fucking libertarian soapbox, like, there's a fucking reason, and it works. Obviously, we're having this conversation about tabletop fucking gaming, right? Like
I mean,
in a society where everybody thinks for them fucking selves, I doubt that this is ever a fucking topic that comes up. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, what we have a fucking choice, right? We can either be the people who go, I can think for myself. I can make my own fucking decisions. I can associate with who I want to, and I don't give a shit if they're not the same fucking
yeah.
blank as me. Which is why I hate identity politics so fucking much, right? Because it says you're this or you're this, and this doesn't mix with this, and blah, fuck that. That's bullshit, right? Invite me to the cookout. I like good food. You know what I'm saying? I like my shit with some fucking seasoning and some spice. All right. I like a little kick. I like some fucking music with a beat to it. Okay. I want to listen to fucking Billie Eilish. That shit's fucking garbage.
I can't stand Billie. I don't.
You know
I know
what?
that I know that I'm old now because I don't understand the kids' music these days.
Right.
Like it's just like
But I'm saying, like, look at,
I don't get it.
look, shirt. We're 2 shades off. Okay, we're 2 shades off from shirt and arms here. Okay, invite me to the cookout because I want to listen to Wu-Tang and eat fucking fried chicken with seasoning on it. Okay, I'm not. We ain't trying to have fucking grapes and the fucking coleslaw and shit. You hear what I'm saying? We don't fucking play that game over here. Like I
mean,
need
like,
some fucking. I need variety is the spice of life, motherfucker. So get some goddamn variety.
So,
Stick in
from
the
my
mud.
perspective, especially when it comes to tabletop, it's like, I mean, yeah, you're going to get a lot of criticism no matter what you do, but I don't think that the criticism is necessarily, I mean, like hearing all of it and then discerning the good and the bad. Because like they're even if they are being like extreme in their criticism, there might be something there that could. Like for one thing, is like the AI art thing that's happening right now. Everyone's up in arms about. But it's like I'm not actually that against it. I mean, like because I used to do graphic design and Photoshop actually uses AI in a lot of its stuff.
Mhm.
I'm not sure if you've ever used the Magic Eraser tool. Like using
AI's been
Photoshop.
around a lot longer than people think it has.
Yeah,
I don't have a magic eraser tool.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the next one.
Yeah, but but you know what I'm saying?
That's
It's
at
like
16.
but I mean, that's like, but there is something to be said about that because it's going to erase a ton of jobs. That is a problem, and professional artists are better than what AI can create. So there is that. And so I do think the debate is useful. I just think that you have to, as the lead creator, you have to take all that criticism and find out what is actually useful. Because there is criticism. I just don't think that uproar of AI art altogether is. There's a lot of creators
Well,
who can't afford real artists. Real artists are expensive because they're craftsmen.
well, also like eh, I guess my main point in all of this, and holy shit, it's 8:45. My main point in all of this is I think, especially as a niche of group as we are as tabletop gamers,
Uh,
right? It is
it's
our
dropping.
job. It is our job to challenge the fucking stigma, right?
But,
We
but
have, but hold on, let me finish. We have challenged the stigma, right? Which I would say quite successfully,
I don't know,
right?
but I still have a
Look at, right. Okay. I do too, but that's all getting fixed tomorrow. I'm gonna fix that. I got a different beard guy than a stylist. But like tabletop is now in the mainstream, right? That's a good thing.
kinda,
I think
kinda,
everybody.
kinda, yeah.
Well, it,
It was.
Stranger
It's
Things.
kinda.
Stranger Things is the biggest fucking show on goddamn television. When
I mean,
season 5 drops, it's gonna break the fucking internet, right? Because
yeah,
it's
but
gonna
it's
be on
not.
the
It's
same
not the same.
platform as
It's,
Monday Night Raw.
yeah,
But
but it's not the
Why
same
do
as
you
like.
podcast?
I got it in though, didn't I?
Yeah, I was waiting for it. I was waiting for it. But,
I wasn't gonna say anything because I didn't want to
Yeah.
jinx it.
but I mean, like
But what I'm saying is like
No.
part of the
video
zeitgeist.
games are the mainstream,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Nerd culture is becoming the mainstream culture.
Yeah.
Okay, you can't fucking deny Marvel movies are, even when they flop, they're the biggest fucking movies at the box office and they make hundreds of millions of fucking dollars. Okay, we don't get that way by not challenging the stigma. And the other part of challenging the fucking stigma is correcting bad faith arguments. And
I-
when people just sit there and go argument, and you go, okay, well, what's your basis for that? And they just go, well, if you don't agree, then you're blank. Pick a fucking word. And you go, okay, but like, what's your argument for that? Well, you're not agreeing with. You can't. We can't let these people win.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I
We
mean, like,
can't, because
there's
we're
some-
doing
but-
a disservice to society as a whole
but-
for allowing this kind of behavior. You have
Listen-
to start challenging people on their bullshit. It makes them better people. I'm not a fucking better person if I don't have people calling me on my bullshit and letting me know when I fuck up, right?
But you
I'm
have
just
to be
gonna
open
be
to
a
growth.
shitty
You
person.
have to be open to. Like, I'll give you an example. My buddy, him and his friends were up in arms because Facebook was going against the anti-vaxxers, right? And I was just
Okay.
like, of course, like, guys, all the science say that vaccines work. I mean, like, I'm sorry, but it's in Facebook's best interest to promote that because it's a private company with shareholders and hurt their stock. They cannot do that legally. They cannot hurt the price of their stock. So, and the anti-vaxxers were driving the stock with all, and they said that it was against their First Amendment rights. So I wasn't even arguing with them about the vaccine. I'm just saying, like, it's a private company. This is private property. They can tell you what you can and can't post on Facebook. It's private property.
Right. Because it's a private company. Yeah.
Yeah, and they called me a fascist, right? And I hate to break it to you, but I'm so far left. You get your guts back. You know what I mean? Like calling me a fascist is not the way to go.
God, I love that phrase.
Yeah, and so like
I love that phrase. It's one of
Yeah.
my favorites.
so like they were calling me a fascist because I was saying that you don't deserve First Amendment rights on private property. Like it's just like it's just like they were going off like this is bullshit and all that. But I was just trying to tell them like, hey guys, I don't care what you want. This is the reality. If you take this to court right now, they're going to tell you you don't have First Amendment rights on private property. Now, you can argue that Facebook is now the public commons, but then you'd have to redefine what is private property on the internet. You'd have to redefine that legally. Otherwise, it doesn't fucking matter. You can cry all you want, but you're not going to get what you want because the law says that Facebook is private property.
Joe,
And
that
happened?
discussion right there is one that you and I need to have on a different fucking podcast because we're gonna have a 7.5-hour combo on that one.
But beyond that, but what I'm saying is that once I said that and I told them the truth, I said this is just a law. I'm not saying I like it or not.
Yeah,
like, I mean,
no, 100%.
You can argue that Facebook and all that's private is a public commons, but I'm just saying the law as it stands right now. If you take it to a judge, they're going to laugh at you and say, hey, this is private property. You know what happened? They just shut the fuck up. They didn't say, oh, yeah, you're right, or how can I find out more about this or anything like that? They just shut the fuck up, and then, a couple days later, they're just saying the same shit.
Because they don't want to know. Joe,
you have to be open to growth. They're just not open to growth.
Well, to close on that, I would say that particular individual is an idiot.
No, it was multiple individuals. There's a lot. There was a
those
bunch
multiple
of them.
individuals are idiots.
They were calling me a fascist, and I'm just like, guys, I don't like this more than anybody.
Well, I can tell you for a fact, I've never heard a single person utter the word fascist that actually knew what a fucking fascist was.
Oh, I know what a fascist is.
Well, people calling people fascists, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just the caliber of people who openly label people as fascists, racists, xenophobes. I don't think they understand what these fucking words mean. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I think you need to read a book, number one, then come at me with that bullshit.
People don't read books. People read books. I mean,
but
they read the Twitter that says that they're right. That's, but I think
let's blow up the internet.
I think we got a little too deep into it, but I mean that's just. Yep.
I have to watch wrestling because the Royal Rumble was Saturday, and I promised my wife I'd be off of here at 8:30, and it's 8:52.
One fucking podcast.
And shout out to.
We almost made it. Almost
shout
made
out to
it.
Megan Thee Stallion for playing Nicki Minaj in her.
Shout out to Nicki Minaj answering back. Fucking fire today with that Bigfoot track, boy.
Not as good as his though.
It is pretty fucking good. They're both really fucking good.
Okay, we have to get.
I'm gonna dream about both of them tonight. I'm gonna call
Noah wants an ice cream sandwich.
I'm gonna call it Megan Minaj. That's my new fandom podcast, the Megan Minaj Hour.
Hey, internet favorite shit.
But that's okay. I'm still sticking with my girl. I pledge allegiance. God damn it. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Degenerates with Dice Monday Night RPG Talk Show, coming to you live and in your faces from the bowels and depths of the fucking internet. We normally start at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time because all of the time zones are unimportant and made up. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight you've had Joe, you've had Jen, you've had Kristen, you've had returning from sickness, the internet's favorite dipshit, with a fresh, slutty new haircut, ready to take on the world and get back to lifting tomorrow. I'm so fucking excited. We will see you again next Monday with a prepared list of topics that we have yet to discuss, but I'm sure that I will find out probably 5 minutes.
We have a list.
There's a spreadsheet.
Yeah, we have a
I'll find out
we're getting there
before we go live because one of us can't read and everybody picks on him for it. We'll catch you fucking later, boys and girls.